just river beers.
River beers.
Miller Lite.
Oh, river beers. What are you drinking, Joe?
I got some all-day IPAs from Founders.
All day IPAs.
Yeah, it's a session ale. A smoother, not as bitter IPA. Good for drinking all throughout the day.
I don't.
No, dude, but just natural.
Did it not?
Just natural. Dude, I went to pick up a 6-pack of these the other day at the little liquor store down the road or whatever, and there was like some lady in there it looked like she was buying the fucking house of whatever she was buying. It ended up being like hard kombucha, but she bought like 14 fucking of them. But I'm going out to my car, but she's like a rep. So she's like, do you want just like a bunch of these? Because I have to buy them. They're not selling well. So I got a bunch of hard kombucha too.
What is that?
It's kombucha, but it's alcoholic. You
don't know what kombucha
is. It's fizzy drink and it's good for your tummy. Something like
fizzy
that,
drink?
Right? Fizzy.
It sounds like a salve.
The seltzer? The seltzer drink, fizzy?
Yeah.
There's one out there. F-I-Z-Z-Y.
No, I just mean there are bubbles.
Oh.
It's effervescent.
It's made with like a rotten mushroom.
No, there's like a fizzy and it's got minerals and stuff in it. It's got like some antioxidants and and you get drunk and healthy at the same time. Hey, this is what I got. Have y'all ever heard of this?
The Topo Chico hard seltzers, dude. That's where it's at.
Is it?
Yeah, those are great.
All right, I'm going to try it.
Introduce our guest, Bonnie.
Introduce Brett.
Yeah, introduce Brett.
A military veteran. Oh, my gosh, an honor. Look at this guy.
It's the drunk drawer himself.
And the drunk drawer. Catch him on Twitch. Yeah.
Hey, thanks, guys.
Everybody.
Yeah, our first guest on the Stinkhole Hour. Welcome to it, Brett.
The Stinkhole. Woo, it stinks in here. What's that smell? It's good seeing you guys, man. It's been a long time, but yeah, thanks. Doing the old drunk jar stuff over on the Twitch.
Yeah.
That fat cash, and by fat cash, I mean no cash.
But you do have a cool thing going on over there, though. I've popped in a few times here and there. Sometimes I don't even say anything. I just kind of observe what you got going on. It's like, it seems like you got a bunch of like decent people that watch it, that you have like pretty fairly interesting conversations with.
You know, it starts out like the first hour is pretty tame and wholesome, I'd say.
Okay.
You know, and then as progressively as everybody in the chat starts to get drunk and
everybody else is drinking too.
Yeah, and 420ing it up and all that stuff. And then we start talking about who's going to eat what tonight. And then it goes into the ladies will get on there and talk about dudes sending dick pics and just horrible dates they've been on and all this shit they go. And then we get into foot fetishes and it's
hell yeah.
By hour 3 or 4, it is off the rails.
That sounds fun.
It is fun.
But it's like it's progressing as everybody gets drunker and higher.
Yeah.
They get looser with their conversation.
Yeah, it's just like this.
And Joe, anytime you stop in, please tell me you're there because I don't always check to see who's in the chat. So that way I can promote you and give you shout outs.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
Over to your YouTube channel and try to send traffic your way.
The one time I did, someone gave me a gift of some kind, and I don't know what it was.
Probably a gift sub to maybe my channel.
I think that's what it was. I think that's exactly what it was. Which I don't know what that means, but thanks.
Well, I can tell you what it is. If somebody goes through Twitch and gift subs me a Twitch sub, well, Twitch gets $2.50. I get $2.50, and then they tax me on that $2.50 as taxable income.
Geez.
If you go through Amazon, which is free with your Amazon, you get one free Amazon Prime. Bezos gets $2.50. I get $2.50. Then I get taxed on that $2.50 taxable income. So they're getting me coming and going.
Where does this money come from?
Like just people that enjoy it and want to hang out.
Oh, they're donating.
Yeah, just they'll
that's nice.
Yeah, and if you're an Amazon Prime member, it's free. You get one.
That's nice.
So
TikTok's doing something like that too, right? There you can give money straight to the.
They're doing it, yeah.
People.
That's cool.
I think Instagram might be too. Have you gotten so drunk you haven't finished drawing?
Not yet. I pushed through. There's been a couple nights. I did a 24-hour stream for Andy Andrus. I did 24 sketches in 24 hours. Put all the sketches up on eBay. Auctioned them all off with 100% of proceeds going to Andy's cancer fund.
Oh shit! Okay.
So I think
you stayed up for 24 hours and drew.
Yeah.
Did
and drank.
I did my little drawings. Well, no, that night I think I only had 4 beers.
Okay.
I needed them about midnight. Those false carbs, that sugar rush to get me through to the coffee, and that was about 3 or 4 o'clock, and then pushed through it.
Such a professional.
Yeah.
So how long does it take whenever you're doing your Twitch? How long does it take you to finish? Will you finish the drawing that night?
Yeah, I always start because I'll download the thing and do highlight reels, and there's always a beginning, middle, and end. I finish every single time because I see other artists out there, and they'll do like 7 or 8 different Twitch streams to do one thing. And to me, that just kind of drives me crazy. Now you got to flip back and forth to see where they start, where they finish, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So if I was just sitting down drawing by myself, not talking to anybody, music cranking, I could knock these things out in an hour and a half, 2 hours, be done with it. But, trying to be entertaining in the chat, talk with everybody, and, keep everybody entertained, it takes me about 3.5 hours to finish something.
Okay.
But it's, and by hour 4, usually the drawing's over, and that's when it's social hour. So I really start to drink it then. So, but yeah, by the time I hit end stream, I'm liquored out.
So how long is
you getting any pussy from this Twitch operation yet, Brett?
Well, I mean, it just rolls in. As you can see, I'm covered up.
You told her to take the night off, sweetheart. I got business to handle with the fellas.
I'm sorry. I got to talk to a couple of fellas online tonight. I'll be with you in the morning, if you know what I mean. So what about you guys? What about Monty? Whatever happened to your comedy album that you did at Zany's a while back? There was I know.
He's done 2 of them. He's done 2 of the fucking things at the same place. Neither of them have come out.
Yeah. Thanks for bringing that up.
Yeah. We usually talk about this, but yeah, good. Go ahead.
That's actually showed up in my memories.
It did. 5 years ago.
5 years ago. I guess it'll come
saw
out
that
when
shit
I'm
too.
dead.
I was on the front row for that show.
It'll come out when I'm dead, and it'll be like, I don't know. I think about it every now and then, and we've got it mastered and everything. It's just a matter of me submitting it and naming the tracks out, in which the tracks are pretty much named out too. Chad's got it, and I mean, it's done.
It just feels uncomfortable about putting it out. That's what it is.
I just gotta go over there and
You're not proud of your work for whatever reason.
Well, no, it was a good show.
Exactly.
It was a really good show.
Yeah.
And I don't know how much of it was me as much as the audience. Just that audience was fire that night. And I don't know if y'all remember, but like whenever they introduced me and the applause, because everybody had shared the show, everybody was just great. And the applause whenever I came out, I cried. Like it hit me. The applause hit me just in the chest, and I cried. I couldn't believe all them people were there, and everybody came out, and I couldn't talk there for a minute. I mean, it was like a few seconds. I couldn't talk. Was that
the one where you had like an orange top on, like an athletic?
No, it's a gray. It was a gray. We got the picture somewhere. I've got a great picture somewhere. There it is. But
if it's the one I was at, I remember that because you did come out and have to pause a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. We all remember that.
I was wearing a gray shirt, but Nikki Johnson this is probably my favorite picture ever. Let's see that. It is dirty. But can y'all?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's the night I was
That
there.
gum.
Yep.
But this picture, let me turn this off for a second. I still can't.
What's
Look
up?
how
We can
awesome
see
that
ourselves.
is.
Yeah. We're right in the middle of the ring light.
Yeah.
Y'all can see yourselves.
Yeah.
How great that is.
That is a great picture,
But
though.
that's a great. This is my favorite picture that's ever been.
Yeah.
On stage.
You got
And
your favorite picture. You cried before your set.
Cried.
And for some reason, where's the
And
fucking?
then
Where's the tracks, Mitchell?
I know. God, I'm a piece of shit. I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry, dude. Don't be sorry to anybody, but it was very
everybody
good.
come out for it.
You know.
And
A good craftsman always blames his tools. Always.
oh man, that was
if it doesn't work, blame somebody else.
And it was such a good show. And then we've done another one, and that one's sitting over at Chad's too. So
I'm glad I brought it up.
Yeah.
My idea was just to do a double, just do it as a double album.
Put them both out, yeah.
That'd be badass.
Separate, but just go ahead and put them out at the same time. I don't know.
Very cool.
I don't know.
I think you should do it. Or hell, just record another one. Why don't you? Why don't you just get another one going?
I'm fine. Thanks for asking, guys.
If you're going down to Topo Chico, I can't stand by you there, buddy.
I'm not liking this right now. Not because I choked on it. I'm just not. It's not a lot of flavor there. There's no heartiness. There's no heartiness to it, like a beer.
Yeah, why don't you just get a beer? You got a fridge full of shit.
Beer feels good going down, and these seltzers are some of them are hit or miss on the flavor. I don't know. It's good flavor. It's just not strong.
I feel like getting a Topo Chico would be something that'd be the last beer of the night at the Hotel Winona while watching Steve Montana play.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, why did you say Winona? You remember Winona Hotel in Cookeville?
Of course I do.
Oh my God. So Joe, this one's out on Highway 70. It's out past. It's a country motel.
And when he says country, it's dark.
Yeah.
You just see it, but you're in the dark for a while to get out there.
They got a pool, but there's frogs in it.
I feel like we've probably stayed at that place in another life.
We've stayed in Equal.
Some pure shitholes.
Nights in Paducah. Jesus.
Yeah. That would.
Man,
yeah.
I thought for sure I'd wake up with brown recluse bites all over my face.
Slept with your shoes
because
on
that's
and
the
your
only
coat.
thing that I left exposed. You remember I slept with my boots on.
Your boots on.
My hoodie.
The hoodie up.
Yeah.
I stripped down to my skivvies.
I'm like, this place is nasty.
What else are we
and
doing?
Joe's like, just stripped down to his underwear.
Yeah.
I always take a sleeping bag with me because I don't know what those stains are, and I'm not a risk taker anymore.
Yeah,
I get it, but come on.
We've stayed in some bad ones too. We've stayed in one. There's like cigarette burns in the covers. You pull the covers up and you can there's cigarette burns.
Whenever I see a cigarette burn, I just think about some old drunk just passing out, watching Days of Our Lives.
Yeah.
With a lit
Probably
cigarette.
What's with the Cookville motel? I feel like you were talking about that.
Winona.
Yeah.
Winona just I don't even know.
Just a shitbag motel.
There's cars there, but I don't
There's cars there. They have a kind of a good redneck bar, or used to. It was called Fireside Lounge. We've had some good times there. Did you ever go there, Brett?
Yeah, oh yeah, that's where I was kind of going to. I was going to bring. Did y'all ever go over to the Purgatory?
Yeah, we did.
So if the Purgatory, and they were on the opposite sides of the town, but at the Purgatory or what's that?
You used to be able to go down Highway 70 and hit all them bars. You could start just about in Monterey and go about what is that, 20 miles and just hit all the – we've done that one time.
It's enough
to
get
hit all those country bars.
It's enough to drink a tall boy in between each one of them.
Yeah. We done it one time. Go have a beer at each one. But you got, oh my gosh. But all those places I think are closed down now, right?
Yep. Because our last stop of the night was always
Hog Barn, but it's still in the city limits.
It's still down 7.
Yeah, but anyways, go ahead.
Was, as we were always leaving Cookville going back to Sparta, we'd always stop at that one beer joint right there on the right before we hit the sewer plant, getting out on 111. Not the Crow's Nest.
5 Oaks.
Post.
The Post?
Dinner Bell.
Huh? Dinner Bell.
Dinner Bell. I was going to say
Dinner
Crow's
Bell.
Nest, Dinner Bell. That's it.
That's right.
We'd always stop at the Dinner Bell for one more beer on the way home.
My first apartment was across the street from the Dinner Bell.
I know exactly where you are.
Yeah. New Horizon.
I know exactly where you are.
What?
It's a dollar store.
Oh, Brett. The Dinner Bell's a dollar store now.
Well, and that was the last beer I had in there. They were telling, because I walked in and there was me and one other old regular in there. And the dude was like, man, do you see anything you want to take? What are you talking about? He goes,
what?
Like, I guess they had just sold it and they were pissed off at the new owners or whoever was going to take it because it was getting torn down and they were shutting down. And the bartender just didn't care. He was like,
really?
Take a couple chairs if you want to. Like, I'm good. I'll just take a beer and have some shoot some pool and that's it.
Dude, that place was rough too. There was cops out there all the time.
Oh, they set up road. THP would set up right there where I guess that Massey Ferguson, the tractor dealership is.
Yeah.
Right there where the roads come out.
Yep.
And they try to catch people. What was the kind of honky tonk rodeo dance bar that's where the Caterpillar place is now?
That's 5 Oaks, right?
It was just called something else. It's called like the Roadhouse.
I know what you're talking about. It's right down the road. That's Rodeo Bob's or.
Oh, he's talking about before that. I can't remember.
Yeah, I'm talking like early to mid 90s.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but it's
Come on. Yeah, we'll think of it in a minute.
On Friday, Saturday night, the Highway Patrol would set up right there before you get to the Dinner Bell to try to get people coming and going, coming from the Dinner Bell and coming from that road. Because that rodeo joint, they'd sell 40s in bottles. And now you got a bunch of rednecks drunk walking around with these 40-ounce glass bottles, could just absolutely beat the shit out of somebody. And now after they crack it over your head, now they got something to stab you with.
Yeah.
Bottle.
Yeah.
And,
they just gave you a weapon that you can use.
And before somebody could shoot you, you could have stabbed, I'd say, a good 5-6 people. Just slice their faces before somebody shot you to death.
Yeah. Yeah. Before they realize what you've done. You've already killed 4 people.
And the people that are initially seeing it, they're in shock. They can't believe what they're seeing. They're not taking any action.
Yeah. Like, there's no way he's stabbing that guy. And then now there's no way he's stabbing me right now, too.
Yeah.
I just like that you've thought about how many people you could stab before somebody shoots you.
It's
a military mind, man.
Do you guys know what an ulu is?
What?
To find water?
An ulu?
This ulu, this ULU, is this curved kind of crescent blade that the native Alaskans use to strip, blubber and skin apart from each other from whales and polar bears and all that shit. And I always think about it, man, if you had an ulu in each hand and just walk through Mardi Gras, I mean, you could probably slash this. You could get 40 or 50 people before anybody did shit. And it goes to the bone. I mean, you'd be with a couple of ulus in your hand, and that many people, you'd be a motherfucker.
Can you imagine though? Because it does. It's like it's not everyday life.
I love it.
And it would take a good 10, 20 seconds to figure out what's happening.
Yeah, that's the thing too.
Why is this bedlam happening right now? What's going on?
Yeah, is this part of the show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
These street performers are getting crazy, dude.
Must be an improv troupe.
Yeah.
It's cool. That ain't blood. That ain't blood. It's just hurricane running down the street.
Oh man. Did you figure that out yet?
How do you know so much about like this same place that you guys were just talking about?
He lives in he lived in Sparta, which is 20 minutes south.
Okay.
And
Cookville is a big ass Sparta. It's just got more place to eat and get gas.
yeah. Yeah. And Sparta, I know a lot about Sparta because that's where my dad's side, that's where they live.
Yep.
But Sparta people would come to Cookville drinking and stuff like that. That's where it all interchanged. And then you have like Gainesboro, you know, we'd go down there, they come up there. We got
We went to Gainesboro to buy liquor.
we went to Gainesboro to buy liquor. You had to go to Spencer to buy liquor.
Well, so if you remember, Spencer had not opened when we were in high school. Not yet. It was getting there. I think it opened, when I was sophomore.
You can Google map all this, Joe, and you can see where we're talking.
But, you know, if you were going down the Gainesboro, you know, the
Hey, Joe, welcome to your podcast.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No.
Joe, we'll get to you in a minute.
No. This is what it's for.
But how many bottles of sangria could you guys knock out before you got to the top of Gainesboro Gray from the liquor store?
Well, we got Mad Dog 2020.
Well, that was what was taken to the girls.
You would get your regular liquor, whatever you was gonna, the main course.
Yeah.
That you would have on the way back. You would get like Mad Dog 2020 or some Boone's Farm.
Yep.
Something that was already cold.
Yep.
And you drink that on the way back.
Yeah, I just like our podcast is really just. I feel like every episode we've just admitted to some kind of crime while we're driving.
yeah.
Every single one's like drunk driving's
man.
fun, taking acid driving's
Yeah.
fun. It's like this is what we do, people.
That's why it's against the law, because it's fun.
They can't let everybody do this.
Yeah.
I feel like it's less fun. It's not fun. I don't even like driving high anymore.
Yeah.
No, not since I got pulled over. No, I got pulled over in fucking wherever they do Bonnaroo, like last June or something like that, and it was just like they let me go and let me keep my weed and everything, but it was just a whole fucking thing where it's like I just don't want to deal with that shit.
Right. It's not that it's not fun.
It's a much better drive. Yeah, it's just I just don't want to deal with. I was in the back of a cop car. That wasn't fun. That could have fucked up a lot for me that weekend, and it didn't. But
yeah, it can.
it's just
Hell yeah.
It's just like man, I don't. Yeah, I feel like a bitch. I really do.
You remember that one time, Joe, after the show that we drove around for 2 hours trying to find a hotel
In fucking Antioch.
We ended up, yeah. Was it Antioch?
I don't remember. Was that? I always remember that as being a night after Spanky's, but apparently that was after Fat Bites one
the
night.
Deli. Yeah.
It's after Fat Bite show.
We drove around for 2 hours, and I was like, "Fuck, I could have been home by now."
Whoa, wait, where were y'all driving? Were y'all high or something driving around? What?
We drunk.
Monty, and I was living in my van,
I got
so
too drunk to drive home.
So I was like, well, we'll get a hotel, and
Yeah.
we split a hotel for the night. But it was like CMA Fest or some bullshit was in town,
God.
so
Yeah.
it was like
That's what it was, and we couldn't find a hotel.
Dude, at that point, you just stayed at my house. You were already in Antioch.
Dude, we could have done a lot of things.
yeah.
I'm kind of kicking myself. Where was I? Because I
We
always
just
liked
drove
those
around. We drove a tank of gas out.
I always liked those Fat Bite shows, because once they added that bar, beers were, I thought, very reasonably priced.
Yeah. They had their whatever, it was like $2 for their house or whatever, their fat beer or whatever it was.
Yeah.
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 And if you was on the show, they gave you it was all free beers.
Yeah, their fat beer was
Saying that's
whatever.
that's
like
where I get
PBR or
fucked
some
up.
shit like that. Yeah. Yeah, because they were always lightly attended anyway. Like, so
Yeah.
that room's a big room, but I've gone back since, and it always seems like there's like people in there, and it's packed, and there's shit going on or whatever.
Yeah. But it was always fun. Like, there might not have been a lot of people there, but it ended up always being fun.
Were either of y'all there the night that somebody was going to throw a chair at Chad?
No.
No. I was going to let it happen too.
Why does Chad bring on?
Dude,
he brings on the.
He brought it out. This dude, they're going back and forth.
He poured a whole pitcher of beer on a dude's head one time.
The dude was going to be the bigger guy and leave. He was at the door after like barking back and forth with Chad. And dude was about to leave, and Chad says one more thing while he's at the door. So dude just picks up a chair and starts beelining it towards the fucking stage. I did absolutely nothing. I was like, let's see. I would love to see how this plays out. To be honest, it'd be fun.
Yeah.
And also, he was on his way out. You know what I mean? At that point, if you get hit with a chair, you might have it coming. Yeah.
Take this with you.
Yeah, that's a good thing about having Chad on your show is that he can get shit started and you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, he's a madman. But without him, there wouldn't have been the broken record thing at all. It takes somebody who pours a pitcher of beer on somebody to be like, I got an idea.
Yeah.
that idea is circulating in his head already again.
Yeah.
If you guys talk to him, like if he ever gets out of New Mexico, he's been talking about it.
He what?
Oh, he's got an eco home out there. He's got
Earth home. Yeah, I bet he does. Hell yeah, that's awesome.
He needs a reality show. His ideas. There needs to be a camera crew just following him around all the time.
Bro, he's probably doing, out of all three of us, he's probably doing the thing that makes the most sense at the moment, It's not a bad idea.
He's doing all right. I mean, I think it's paid for. Everything is free and clear, I think.
He's like that. He's very crafty.
Yeah.
He's very good. Like, whatever.
Super crafty.
Yeah. He's one of those guys, nobody knows what he does, but he always has money,
Money. I was pissed off one day, and I go, Chad, I know you got that church going on. How can I stop paying taxes? And he goes, oh, just let me know what you need. I go, I'm buying all the beer. When do you want to sit down?
He knows how to circumvent all the situations, whatever it is.
Did you figure out how to not pay taxes?
That's a great dude to have on your side.
He got stoned and I got drunk. So
he is. He's a great dude to have on your side. He knows lawyers and all that stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And clearly, with him running for mayor and governor, he knows the law.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, we got to tell everybody this is Chad Ryden. Look him up. This guy.
Yeah, former.
He's great.
Political something candidate. Maybe is the right word for it.
I'd say political.
The great thing about Chad. A lot of us will talk about doing something. Chad, he does it.
Yep.
There ain't no, hey, maybe we do this. Maybe we do this. Chad does it.
Just the logistics.
Except comedy albums, apparently.
That's my fault. Stop, Joe. That's my fault. He's called me many times and said, it's sitting here on my hard drive. What are we doing?
All right. No. Yeah, I'm just teasing. I mean, we got to start a podcast. We got to start a war with somebody, right? That's the whole thing. That's what you got to do with the podcast. I want to go after Nate, but Monty doesn't want to.
We got to have him on.
Chad?
Yes.
All right.
Jeez. Brett, I'm glad you're our first guest, though.
I'm too enough to be here. This is fantastic. Matter of fact,
your hair, I'm liking this hairdo.
Hey, I did that yesterday morning because it was out of control, and I was just sick of it on my ears.
Yeah, it looks more calm now.
Yeah, I was like, yeah. Well, no, it's just because I run fast, Monty.
Oh, yeah. I'm loving it. I really do.
Well, it's not like I have to go to a job.
Yeah. Are you leaving? Are you leaving the house much at all?
Not much. But
Do you have do you have a keg of beer?
No.
Do you have like a kegerator?
So if I had it all to do over again, I would order dog food by the pallets and beer by the pallets. And I would have bought a kegerator or an additional refrigerator for the garage.
Why can't you do that? Why can't you start today?
Nope, no more pandemic now.
Oh shit! Okay, I see what you're saying.
We all got to go out and
it's coming back around. It's coming back around.
We got to get out there and bust loads again. We're gonna recharge this economy by putting babies in ladies.
Joe can't because he's eating booty, and you can't get him pregnant like that.
See?
Is that nothing? Okay.
Joe's also clipped.
I would never.
Oh yeah, Joe's clipped.
That's the
right.
thing too. Yeah. I have no stake, so fuck the
economy. I saw a billboard that said microsurgical vasectomy reversal.
Oh wow!
And I loved it because it all rhymed.
Did it?
Microsurgical vasectomy reversal. Microsurgical vasectomy reversal. Microsurgical.
If only they would put cheerleaders out there and put it to a tune.
Yeah.
SSSBARR.
So I'm just saying, if you wanted.
You know, I think that's very noble of you, Joe. With that one fell swoop, you have single-handedly reduced your carbon footprint to almost nothing.
That's how I feel about it too. I should, and I still drive a moderate car. I shouldn't. I could be doing a lot more damage than I am, but I'm not. I'm better than most people.
You have carbon credits now, Joe.
Yeah, I got.
Yeah. You could drive a tank if you wanted.
Eating bald eagles and shit.
Yeah. Brett, you don't have any kids, do you?
None. I got these 3 dogs.
Oh, huskies.
Yeah.
Is it 3?
Yeah, they're around here. One's outside, but they're around here somewhere.
You have land?
Well, if you call it land, I've got this house and it's on 0.2 acre or whatever.
We used to let our dogs run, but then they found cows.
Yeah.
And they started running cows, and
I can't let mine run.
Yeah, we have to put them on collars so we can bring them back.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to put mine on tethers out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
You should invade your neighbor's land and steal their yard.
Yeah.
Just take other people's yards. It's the thing to do now.
But your dogs, they isn't it cool how they all develop different personalities?
Oh yeah.
They do, don't they? They feed off like each other, and they become opposite of that. Like you probably got a cuddling dog that loves to cuddle. You got a rowdy dog.
Yes.
Is that the one you hit a lot?
Is that the one outside right now?
Well, I get to the point when I'm drinking, I question myself, am I beating him because I'm drunk, or am I beating him because he needs it? I don't know.
Yeah.
No.
It's probably because he needs it.
We are never getting sponsorship for this show, Joe.
No.
We're talking about drunk driving, beating dogs.
You were throwing rocks at dogs last week or whatever it was.
I saw that clip.
It's got a pocket full of rocks going after the dog.
That dog deserves it.
It don't matter.
I swear, if I hit it in the head, it wouldn't act any different. It's already dumb.
Listen, nothing's worked out for us so far. So why would we worry about it starting to work out in the future? You know what I mean?
I know.
Let's just do what we do. As a military man, Brett.
Not anymore.
Yes.
Well, still, as someone who understands that, who do we like? Do we like the Russians? Do we like the Ukrainians? What do we do here as good patriotic Americans?
Well, as a patriotic American, I know it's tax season. And I guarantee you my fucking tax dollars won't go to making these roads better. They'll sure go to... We shouldn't be having... I'm tired of these wars. I'm tired of this shit. We're putting way too much money, and it's for bankers and oil people. you got bridges crumbling. We can't house the homeless. We can't take care of vets. We can't do anything, but we can take care of everybody else. I'm not saying I'm an isolationist, but I don't. And yes, it's wrong for any sovereign nation, including Iraq and Afghanistan.
Right? Yeah.
Again, I'm tiptoeing because I was a part of it. I can't say.
Yeah, that was your war.
Yeah. Yeah.
Listen, as everybody's war, that was the one. That was the one that kept everybody safe.
Something, I'm all for Ukraine to be safe and not bombed and hurt and not be killed.
Yeah.
I'm all for Russia going back to Russia and leaving everybody alone, that kind of stuff. I'm all for us leaving everybody alone. Something doesn't feel right about Zelensky. I don't want to step in a big puddle.
Go ahead.
But it's like something's not right. I know he was a comic. I know I'm not talking about that, but
dude, his shows, have you watched any of the clips? They're hilarious.
When he was playing the piano with the ding dong was funny.
It's great.
Yeah.
That was a great show.
And so I'm going to answer your question, Joe, with I guess a non-answer.
That's all right.
I don't have all the facts.
Yeah.
I don't. Nothing adds up for me on all sides. There's not enough justification, and I just have too many questions right now.
Yeah.
And
I don't understand why you don't trust him.
Something seems scripted. I don't know why it is, but something just seems like there's a script that's being followed. This, then this, and then this, and then we'll get involved. I don't know. And again, I'm not much of a conspiracy theorist, but
yeah. But if it's all big business, right? Most businesses have a lot of influence in how countries behave. So it's like, I've asked this to a few people, who owns the Ukraine? Who owns that country? You know what I mean? Who does? Because that might give us some answer as to what is kind of going on. As to
what's their biggest corporation?
Yeah, who stands to make the most money? Who stands
Is that what you're asking, Joe?
I guess
who's
so.
Their biggest
who's
corporation?
the biggest corporation, or who are they? I've heard that there may have been a puppet government, I guess, put in place in 2014. Because there was wasn't there a big transition there in 2014 of the government or something like that? New people took over, yada, yada, yada. And the people backing whoever that took over may have been, I don't know, allies of NATO or something along those lines.
Well, I mean, they've been going Western, and that's what pissed off Putin about this whole thing, right? They're going more Westernized, and he didn't like that.
I don't know why everybody thought that Ukraine was just going to roll over. Okay, they're going to go and invade them.
Dude, that's amazing, isn't it?
Ukraine's
Isn't it amazing that they have fought
like
they have?
People.
Yeah.
And I think they're pissed off because they keep getting lumped in with Russia. Like, no, we're not Russian. We're Ukrainians. We're not Russian. And I think they're pissed off that they have that identity. They don't want to go back, I think. But yeah. I think that's a big reason, but I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's but I was you did Iraq.
Afghanistan. Well, I did some stuff that those last 3.5 years or so. I don't know if you want to.
Man, don't talk. I just wanted to know, you was in Afghanistan. How long was you in the military?
21 years, 4 months. But so, what was it? In February, we got told we were going to deploy, so we all left drill that weekend. Said pack your bags for a year, be planning. In March, the orders came down. March of 2003, I can tell you, I bought. Let me get that right. I left here late April of 2003 because I bought this house in March of 2003, and from 2003 2008, cumulatively, I lived in this house for 1 year because I was gone for 4 years straight, just 6 months here, a month home, 3 months there, a month home, then back and forth to both places. But
That's pretty awesome, though. You've seen the world.
yeah, it's, probably not for the right reason, but it'd be nice to go back, if a bunch of people weren't trying to cut you. Yeah, and be a tourist and people not be pissed off at you.
What was your favorite place that you visited? I mean, I know all of them are probably under.
Well,
how would I word that? Well, who was most accommodating?
What are you talking about? The Middle Eastern countries?
Any country.
Oh shit! Anywhere in Europe.
Yeah,
it's fantastic. Yeah, anywhere in Europe, but in Middle East specifically. The first time I had a chance to go to Bahrain, there was a duty-free store there, and you could buy liquor. And so, anytime somebody sent a plane to Bahrain,
we always go back to alcohol.
Oh, I mean, there would be just igloo plastic tubs, just hundreds, if not thousands, of dollars of liquor being brought back because booze was illegal. But on our planes, we could shit in all the time, and we weren't checked. There's no problem. And so, as soon as we got there, we'd take all the booze to our tent, and then, man, it was like a drug deal. Just a line of people, you'd have their shopping list and make sure the money checked out, and you'd hand them their booze, and away they go. And
that's awesome.
For the next 3 days, everybody in Tent City to be shit-faced.
That's awesome.
You'd see people beating off outside their tents.
Freedom! I gotta pee. Y'all want to pause it or you want to keep going?
Oh shit! I think.
Oh.
Hey, Joe, is this part going to be edited out right here?
Very romantic. Yeah, if you got to get, I'll get another beer too.
I'm gonna get a beer. All right, okay, I'm gonna let the dog in. Yeah, Twitch isn't bad though, Joe. It takes a while to develop stuff. And before your call, I was just searching the Discord groups about booze and beer and alcohol, and some of those groups have 30,000 members in that thing.
Yeah, yeah. I've watched. Or not.
What do they do? They just sit around in a group chat. Who's running it?
There was a moderator talking, and I guess they're just like a bartender, and people, and
everybody's got video. Everybody's got their video up.
No, it's a lot of like you can do like group chats. It's just like a chat room, pretty much. A lot of them.
But I love the. I was reading the rules, and they were like, "Don't get too filthy."
Don't get too filthy.
The fuck is that? It's a bunch of drunks sitting around. You've got a group promoting booze and drunkenness, and
Yeah, who don't get filthy mouth when they're drinking?
And who's the judge of that?
Yeah,
that's a better point.
The moderators are.
But
some dullard who's never had an ounce of respect given to him ever in his life is the moderator. So what he says goes, Buster. Or
some
got
90-pound
power
chick,
finally.
Some 90-pound chick that gets shit faced off a purple hooter shooter, and now she's got an attitude. And
how bad is that? How bad is that to get kicked off of Twitch?
Twitch is apparently pretty easy to get kicked off of.
It's real easy.
Oh.
Discord would be like somebody would have to, it would be a person that does it. But Twitch, I guess some of the rules on there are pretty finicky, I guess. Any sort of nudity of any kind or anything like that.
Yep.
You said hate speech or something like that.
No violent provocation, no hate speech or racism, nothing against the LGBTQ community. And just like you said, no nudity of any kind. Or no overt.
Boo! Boo! The last one.
Dude, I can't even do like a nude figure drawing or nude figure painting. Like if I have
the others are all reasonable, but nudity, come on.
Yeah, and like if I want to draw titties, I got to put little post-it notes over the nipples. Shit, it's not even worth it.
Really,
it's not worth doing.
Really just gets in your craw, doesn't it?
It does. Not got this. Sounds kind of gay, I tell you.
Could you do a man's nipple and that's okay?
Well, I put it on Twitter. I took a screen capture, and definitely no wieners.
No wieners.
No
Well, yeah,
wieners.
of course. But if you're drawing a man's chest,
You can draw a man's chest.
yeah. What if it's yeah? That's where it's the best. Why it gets weird.
Go ahead, Joe. Keep
Well,
going.
what if it's like
deeper into this.
it's
Let's go.
a lady man's chest? You know what I mean? Like it's it's titties, but it's a man.
Yeah.
It's
What
a
about
fella.
that?
What
if you're drawing a flat-chested lady?
My question was, what if you're going ass to mouth, but as a human centipede? No one's enjoying it, but you're still ass to mouth.
In my opinion, it's art, and they shouldn't.
See, whoever gets off on that, that's who you should kick off Twitch. We could start right there. But then you get into the rooms, and these people's got their own invisible rules where if they get butt hurt, they'll block you, ban you, and then they'll report you. And now you've got to come up with reasons why you shouldn't be kicked off Twitch.
Yeah. You got to face the the judge.
Do you get kicked out of the whole thing, or you just get kicked out of the group?
Well, you'll definitely get banned from the group if somebody gets overtly butt hurt. But then normally they'll report you. And if you get a few strikes against you, then Twitch will come after you, and you've got to make appeals and all this shit, and you've got to explain yourself. And it's
all right.
It's finicky.
Isn't it like three offenses too? You're done for good, or probably it might depend on how bad the first offense is or whatever.
3 copyright offenses, like you. DMCA. There's not even an appeal process. On that 3rd strike, you are out. No copyright infringement at all. You're gone. But
YouTube's been coming down real hard on people too lately, just with censorship and copyright claims in general. Because I watch a lot of like wrestling YouTube stuff, and so many channels are just having just a pain in the ass trying to provide like any visual video content, mainly with like WWE, just because they've been popping people left and right for using their shit.
Really?
Yeah, so they got to tiptoe that line of like however many seconds you're supposed to show it, and it has to be commentary over it or something like that. There's so many fucking rules to it.
Because
making it no fun.
Can't do nothing.
You you can't. I'm 34 years old. You can't do nothing.
Can't do fuck. I'm almost 50.
How old are you, Brett?
I'll be 49.
You want to say you don't? You don't have to.
I'll be 49 this summer, so I'm 48.
Okay.
Coming up.
Monty's 46. Yes.
You know.
You're looking great for your age.
What's a steady diet of whiskey and Snickers bars?
See, there you go, man. There you go. See? Brett Brock brings the real fag. I try to get Monty to drink more water. You're like, nah, dude, just Snickers. That's what
I love Snickers. And I love drinking.
And I love sassy people who got some sugar in them. I ain't saying he's sweet in the toes. He just got a little sugar in him. He wound up.
You went back to the Topo Chicos.
Topo Hotel Winona.
Have you even had a seltzer yet, Brett?
Not well. I think the last seltzer I had was a Clearly Canadian, circa like 1991 or something.
Clearly Canadian. I remember that. They were hot for a minute.
And they're back.
Are they?
Somebody posted on Twitter, and I was like, "Where did you get that?" And I think they're at Sam's or something. And then somebody makes
Zima's. Remember Zima's come back for a second.
Oh yeah. And when I saw them at the grocery store, I took a picture of it, and I was like, "What is this shit?" I thought we were done with this. Back when I had cuts.
Like this is before Joe's time. But we had Zima's.
I know what Zima's are. I remember Zima commercials, but I was definitely
and whenever they come back out, dude, I bought a 6-pack of them right off. Yeah, immediately. And I was like, oh yeah, this is why.
You seem like you might be the type of person who would save those and think they're going to be worth money.
Here's my kids' college fund.
This is just a 6 or a Zima.
I'm not a hoarder. This is an investment. You don't know what's good. You don't know what's good.
I love it. I didn't take you for a seltzer guy at all.
But I'm not against it, especially just saying the word effervescent. It feels good. And it's like, you know what? What if we put a little cranberry, a little vodka on that effervescence? That'd be nice.
I don't even know what that word means.
It means bubbly and tummy.
Oh, okay.
It'd be tinglier if you put it in your butt on.
It is. It's
talking about butt chugging, dude. I'll butt chug some seltzers. Let's go.
Woo! Can you imagine the burps on a butt chugging a seltzer? All that fizz and oh, God.
I'm sure it's been done.
Probably some kid at the University of Tennessee, Knoxville.
Probably. Go Orange.
Nah, I never. I've been drinking the seltzers because I got a gut during the Corona, and I thought I was knocking down some calories, but evidently it doesn't matter. If you're drinking alcohol, your body will burn the alcohol first before it does the fat, and so it doesn't matter. You can go heavy, Bud Heavies. It's all the same.
Speaking of the old Rona days, did anybody go through a little cave of heavy drinking?
Oh, I thought you were
yeah.
I thought you were going to talk about going through a gay phase, and I was like, not me, dude. Definitely not me.
Yeah, Joe was already gay.
Yeah, I didn't have no gay phase during Corona.
He stayed the same.
Yeah, at the beginning, because that was the thing to do, right? At the very beginning, where everyone's like, "All right, we're just gonna get fucked up for 2 weeks." The golden days of Corona.
Yeah, I remember I started losing sleep, staying up all night, sleeping all day,
drinking whiskey and beers.
Yeah.
I got to a point where I was doing nothing but streaming. That was my full-time job in 2020. You know, I'd do complete Marvel movie marathons, Star Wars marathons. I'd plow through a Netflix queue, delete that, go to Hulu, plow through that queue, delete that, go to something else. And I would start drinking right after breakfast. So about 9:30 in the morning, I'm knocking back a bottle of wine and chasing it with a 12-pack. And then that ramped up to an 18-pack. And then we started getting into a bottle of wine and a case. I was like, whoa. Yeah, we need to pump the brakes here a little bit. And I thought, but why? I'm actually being responsible. It's a victimless crime. I'm not going out. I'm not part of the problem.
Here's the thing. You was twitching. You was drinking with other people.
Oh, no. Oh, it was me watching the videos by myself. It's $3.
That's
no. It was just me.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was just me and the music in my head turned up really loud.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
And it was like that for about 9-10 months straight.
Yep. All right. That was me too.
Minus the streaming.
And I got a little.
No, we did the streaming. We did the Tiger King. We did what else did we? We was watching the shit out of some stuff.
Yeah.
But Casey's essential, so she was still going to work. It's just me sitting around all day by myself. And I started playing the shit out of some Call of Duty. And Joe said that I needed to Twitch that. But I told him, I said, I'm not good. I mean, I've put in these tons of hours, but I'm not good. But I was like, maybe I could make that. I'm just mediocre. You can come and watch it if you want, but I'm going to die a lot.
And that would be hilarious. You on there in your commentary.
That's what it is.
Because everybody games. Everybody on Twitch is a gamer. You got to set yourself apart. And there's some badass gamers. Like they'll make some videos of them being badass gamers. Well, who cares? You know, they're a dime a dozen. But somebody that's actually funny and can hang out in the chat. And now that's, yeah.
Okay.
That's a hook.
Okay.
And I'll tell you this, HD Fatty, Chad Shank, he's the co-host of Doug Stanhope's podcast. I'm subscribed to his Twitch stream, and he doesn't even really play games anymore. He drinks beer and gets high on his back porch and films the sunset in southern Arizona. And this just has the music turned up. And of course, Twitch, it's copyrighted. He's playing it from the radio. So you get these great tunes, watching this beautiful sunset. Just listen to some dude get high and drink. And Twitch is going to delete the video anyway because it's got the music on there. And he's got 4,000 subscribers.
Can you make money off of 4,000?
Yeah, if everybody subscribes, that's $5 a head a month.
Nice.
Well,
nice,
$2.50
Joe.
Once everybody gets their piece.
Yeah.
So, and after that, around a buck and some change.
Yeah, it's
still
$2.50 per subscription, and then minus taxes on that.
Yeah. But still, that's
$4
grand.
Yeah, 4,000 subscribers, and that's coming in a month.
That's a month?
Yeah.
Because if everybody subscribes, with Tennessee State, I think it's $5.48 a month. That's coming out of the individual's pocket. And, again, Twitch gets their piece, Bezos gets his piece, and you get what's left and you're taxed on it. And I screwed up. I should have done this drunk jar thing in 2020, but
yeah.
I thought that was more the way to go. I was like, this will be over soon. I'm just gonna watch these movies.
But yeah,
it's like Tim Dillon makes like 200 grand off Patreon every month, something like
He's killing it.
Yeah.
I love him. He is so fun to listen to.
Yep. He's one
like
of
anytime he's on Rogan, I sit there and I listen.
Yeah.
I love listening to him.
Did you hear the first time that Dylan was on Rogan's podcast? And the reason I'm saying that, the first time Dylan was on Rogan's podcast, it was painful because Rogan didn't understand jokes. And that's all Dylan was doing, was just being sarcastic and throwing out, just bullshit.
Yeah.
And Rogan was like, I don't really think that's true. Jamie, pull that up. And Dylan's like, he just keeps hitting this roadblock every time he tries to gain momentum.
Yeah.
And Rogan it wasn't clicking with him that he's just fucking around,
Yeah.
He's like an Alex Jones-esque
But
character or something. Yeah, hilarious. His podcast by himself is great. He's fucking phenomenal.
And have you guys ever listened to his podcast and physically just go, okay, I'm going to count 1,000, 2,000 between his pauses? That dude is like an hour and a half of just a blizzard.
Yeah.
Never stops.
That's so impressive. Yeah.
Just off the top of his head, just free associating, man. It's amazing.
Yeah, it really is. It just keeps going.
Yeah, he's his vocabulary is enormous.
Yeah.
He's a wordsmith of that.
He used to be like a salesman, right? That's like the thing. He used to be involved in sales or something like that.
He was a realtor,
He just knows how to keep talking, because ideally, I guess that's how you sell stuff, right? As you just keep talking at people until they go, yeah, I'll take whatever you got, I guess.
Yeah.
And here's another thing. Until you go, okay, here's my money.
Okay.
Can you guys hear me? I'm locked up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can hear you.
Can you hear us? Did you freeze
yeah.
up? Okay.
You guys are great.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And when Tim, he's a big guy, and he's got the voice of like a union leader for the trash management of Long Island.
Yeah.
And then he's just an overt gay guy.
Yeah.
It's funny to me, the whole package, and you hear him just rant like that. And part of me is like, even as a gay guy, could you really Learn to love that guy. You know, it's like he's not.
I agree.
He's not talking. He's not talking to you sensually. He's just talking at you. It's just a barrage of just.
I agree
orders.
with I agree with 70% of what he says too. I mean, he nails it.
He does. When he starts talking about Long Island, it lays me out. Or anybody anywhere in New York and Manhattan, anywhere. I'm
up like 90%. Whenever he starts talking about the reptilians and everything like that, the pedophile cults, I'm like, yes, man, this guy gets it. I'm with him 100% on that stuff. Yeah, it's like all the way. It's like Alex Jones, you know.
Yeah.
He's still out there. You just got to find him on your own now, but he's still out there doing great things.
Hey, I'm going to turn this camera off and turn it right back on. Is that cool?
Yeah, that's fine.
Try this.
They did, because we talked about it last week where they pulled the Trump interview with the Nelk boys off YouTube. I don't think, but then the next day, their next episode is with Alex Jones. Those kids are fucking awesome. I don't think you can have Alex Jones on YouTube anyway, but the episodes are still on Spotify. So you can't look at it, you can't watch it on YouTube, but you can still listen to it on Spotify.
Spotify, hell yes. Hell yes, Spotify.
Yeah, I mean, kinda. They did pull.
What do you mean?
They pulled a lot of comedy albums last year, if I remember correctly, because of some dispute with how Spotify works. Is I guess they pay the writer and the performer. So comics were like, well, I'm the writer and the performer, or like labels were speaking on behalf of comics that were like, well, they should get paid twice then if you're paying musicians. So Spotify was just like, yeah, we'll just take all your shit off. How about that instead?
Dang.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so they pulled a lot of, I don't remember what labels were involved necessarily, but they pulled, if you released an album as a comedian under that label, they just fucking pulled all your shit off.
Well, all right.
Yeah.
Other than that, though, they've stuck. I like.
Yeah, of course. If you're making money for people, of course they're gonna be like,
That's
if
true.
you're just here's your little comedy album. That's what do you maybe make it $6 a month? Nah, you weren't making nothing anyway. Go fuck yourself. How about that? And not even because of you, not even because of your own decision, but because you associated yourself with these fucking people who wanted to speak up.
But there was a lot of people, a lot of comics on Twitter, after the Rogan thing, the Spotify thing happened, they were like, yeah, I'm really going to have my pocketbook hurt by losing out on 34 cents a month.
Yeah.
Spotify. I'm like,
yeah.
Why would that tweet, taking the time to write that tweet wasn't worth 34 cents. Between the editing and all. Don't act like you're somebody.
Yeah.
You just I was selling so many comedy albums through Spotify.
Yeah, look at me, I'm a bum. Ha ha ha. You're letting the world know your true value. That's not a good thing. Unless it's a lot. If it's a lot, let them know.
I'm worth 34
My comedy's worth 34 cents a month. Please book me.
I was good enough for Spotify. I'm good enough for
you. Oh my God.
That's why I release it. That's why I release it independently. That way, when no one listens to it, it's my own fault.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's been a nightmare putting it out anyway.
You don't have to listen to it, but it's mine.
Mm-hmm.
My mama will listen to it.
Yeah, I tried to pitch it to a label, but I stopped.
This one's exotic pineapple.
That's a great flavor.
Ooh.
You're gonna enjoy that one.
The exotic pineapple's already a symbol for swingers.
That's what I thought. That's what I've always thought it was.
So you didn't have to
down.
put the exotic before that. We know.
Only if it's upside down.
Well, that's just to reel them in. That's just to let people know. The pineapple is still the.
When you're in the presence of swingers, doesn't it feel like you're in the presence of swingers?
Yeah, either them or Christians. They kind of have the same feeling.
Like,
what is it? What?
Like when you're like if you showed up at a party and you're in the presence of swingers, it feels like you're in the presence of swingers. Like some dude comes up and says, "Hi, my name's Les. I'm an X-ray tech at the county hospital." And he's got a gold chain, and a couple buttons are not buttoned up as far as they should. And it's like, this is my wife Tina.
See, okay.
I want to go to the places you're going, Brett Brock. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'll go wherever you're going, bro. You gotta take me. I'll go with you sometime.
It's like it's okay, Les.
Yeah,
I'm good.
Yeah, well,
what does Tina look like?
That's what I'm saying. Let's hear Les out.
Most swinging chicks I've seen have been rode hard, put up wet, and beat dry.
Ah,
got them jailhouse tattoos that kind of a black tribal that's now turned blue and smearing.
Just scrunched up together. I don't know. You got to go. There's a place called Johnny's Hideaway, which I guess used to be more of a swingers type place, but everyone's real wealthy there. I've been there once with a few people. A lot of swingers, they're like the wealthy types. So maybe you got to go to these other. Maybe you come out here.
I worked with a dude who met his now wife at the Tennessee Social Club.
Like, I did a comedy roast there.
No shit.
Yeah, I did.
Well,
they were like going to take me back and show me the dungeon and all the theme rooms.
Yep. Do they still have the wheel? Because
I don't know. I never left the dance floor. That's where we did the roast at. So I never left the dance floor. But they're like, "Yeah, come back and see the dungeon." And I was
Why would you not see the dungeon?
I don't know,
dude.
Casey wasn't with me, and I'm like, well, I'm a stag. I don't want to,
If I would have went down, I would have been down in that dungeon in a heartbeat. I would have went before the show.
And Joe just goes up there with fucking brown shit on his face and just like, all right, let's roast somebody.
I'm a prop comic. I gotta see what's back here. I may need something.
If anybody invites me to a sex dungeon, I'm going. I'm at least taking a look. Joe, did you find the buffet back there? Huh? Who was the roast for? Who were you roasting at a dirty sex place?
Monty Hicks.
Oh. Yeah, that dude always had some interesting places to be having shows at.
I can't believe you even asked.
Well, I'm not. Could have been anybody. They do shows at fucking strip clubs in Nashville now. It could have been anybody.
Oh, I did that.
I know you did.
I did it, and it was awful. Like nobody's. It's during the day.
You thought it was gonna be good?
Nope. Nobody's at the strip club during the day.
Dude, I think it'd be great because that's how Richard Pryor started. That's how like Red Fox started. They were the middling acts between the dancers, and I thought
that's what we did.
This is awesome. Yes,
this is what we did. Look, and I made $34. People were throwing money at me while I was telling my jokes. But
take your shirt off next time. Show your titties.
I would have, but I mean, the people that were there to see titties, and then we pop in there and start doing jokes in between. I mean, it was awful, but they were still threw money up there because that's what you do at a strip club.
Did they laugh or did they just throw money?
Not really.
Well, they have a different way of showing appreciation, I suppose.
Yeah, they're like, that was a good one. Throw you $1.
So, any of you gentlemen related to these ladies?
Yeah, but, and I mean, this has been not too long ago, like 3 or 4 months ago.
I could see how it'd be cool in like the prior days when people were more respectable, but now it's just like, it's 2 p.m. in Nashville, Tennessee.
Right. Give it up for your DJ. He hits all these coke whores.
Yeah. He's tired of everybody in here.
If you got a primetime spot, like if we could do it at 7, 7, 8, 9, I don't know. What's strip club prime time?
As
11, 12?
Depends on the day, I suppose.
I guess it's whenever you put your babies to bed and then you can go out.
You can't come home wearing glitter.
When you tell your wife you got to go get some milk and then you can, I don't know.
As I get older, I like the idea of an afternoon because I can get a morning buzz, go do a show, and I'm home before traffic breaks out.
And it was a Sunday. I think it was a Sunday. So this is like everybody just got out of church.
Oh,
you got a few that go to the strip club.
Do you remember?
Got a little horny off of Jesus.
Those people are all broken people. That is a fantastic time.
I did all of my dirtiest jokes too, and the ones that I don't do anymore, because I'm trying to be respectable.
Coward. You're a coward. You're yellow belly motherfucker. That's what you are. You're a yellow belly motherfucker.
This hurts my heart.
You're trying to please people who are never going to love you.
I'm trying to
That's
be
what you're trying to do.
A wider market.
Yeah,
Joe.
yeah. That ain't gonna get you nowhere.
Man.
I know. We did a show and listen to this, Brett. We did a show in Fort Walton, Florida.
That the Comedy Zone that turns into like a Mexican dance hall after the comedy's over.
Yeah.
And then got a mechanical bull downstairs. There's like 5 bars.
Listen, I had all these jokes that
I did that one.
I had all these jokes that I'd wrote during the shutdown, and they were all pretty clean. You remember this joke?
Yeah, you cucked it up.
I know you remember.
You cucked it up, and you bombed because you cucked it up.
Yeah, I was trying to do all these new jokes that they hadn't seen before, and they were all clean, and fucking just bombed. Joe destroyed me. Joe went up before me and destroyed me.
Yeah.
And I was like, and then we went back. Remember, we was on the beach, and we're sitting there just under the moon, And I'm like, why'd I do clean?
It's dumb. You told me you said you were talking about doing it too, because you're like, you're trying to, you're trying to do that.
Did.
You're trying to do the Nashville thing, You're trying to clean it up. You're trying to, you're trying to swim with those folks, and it just ain't. You don't waste your time. Especially in Fort Walton, of all places, too. See,
it would work some places.
Sure.
Y'all know. It would work some places, but no.
But you didn't know. You'd rather than trying to work the room, you just were like, I'm doing my set that I wrote down. That's what you did. It's okay.
I tried everything in Fort Walton.
Fort Walton's fun.
I love Fort Walton.
If you got a good opener. My opener and I, we were filling out our W-2s or W-4s before the show started. We made the same amount of money. And he goes, hey, how do you need to bring you up? And I said, what, like this? It's fine. And he goes, okay, man, I'm going to do like 10, and then I'll bring you up. Because I think I was doing 15 to 20, something. Dude gets up there, does 2.5 minutes. The crowd hated him, and they hated me even more. Because now I've got to do his job on top of mine, because now I got to warm them up because he hadn't done shit. And just goes, hey, after 2.5 minutes, you ready for the next comic? And everybody's like,
yeah,
can't wait.
We've all done those.
For sure. I've done that there too.
For 15, 20 minutes.
I'm pretty sure the first time, without a doubt, the first time you took me with you, it was probably a fucking nightmare.
But I love me and Joe. We have that's just a fun one, isn't it, Joe?
Yeah.
Like out of all the ones that we do, they put you up on the beach, and me and Joe have big deep. You know how it is when you get on the beach, you realize how small you are to this ocean coming in.
Yeah.
And this ocean has been doing this for millions of years.
Yeah.
And you realize that you don't matter at all, and the waves keep crashing. Just like they have every second of every day for 1,000,000 years. You don't even matter, dude. You don't even matter. You don't. You're a blink of an eye in the history of this world. You don't even matter. And me and Joe, we can always get kind of deep.
Is somebody training a pit bull in the background?
Yeah, we're over here. Yeah, I got
It is. It's
Can y'all hear that?
yeah. It's just
God,
they're
goddamn.
grumbling and growling
Sonny.
away.
Yeah. Hey Casey, I got my dollar on the brown dog. Brown dog. I got brown dog.
I can see this pit bull hanging from a rope on a tree.
It takes the one with all the legs.
Yeah, they're not. They're so domesticated. They're just playing, but they're so loud about it. You know, it's nothing really. They're just so loud. It's just they're overacting.
Do you remember? You remember when we were at that Waffle House this one time, and I'm not trying to speak out of turn here, but you were trying to tell. We passed a strip club going to the Waffle House, and you were trying to tell the waitress that she'd make more money at the strip club rather than working at the Waffle House.
Who are you talking to?
You.
I was gonna say I don't remember that, but
well, I don't.
You don't either. We're at this. It's a pregnant waitress at a Waffle House.
Oh, I do remember that.
and Monty's like,
I'm
you'd
like,
make so much more money. You already got a kid. It'd be better if you were being a stripper.
Dude, there is such a fetish for that. That is a market for a pregnant stripper. Holy smokes, she would make a killing.
I remember, and then the cook came out at some point in time and asked if there was a problem.
Oh my god!
And she was cool with it. She was like, "No, everything's fine." But Monty was like, he was really trying to help her. He really was. He was like looking out for her. Like,
yeah.
you'd make so much more money.
Life advice.
2 blocks down at the strip club.
Life coach.
Like, fucking whatever it was. We're the only 2 people in the Waffle House too. It was one of those fucking somewhere in Mississippi or some shit.
There is such a market for a pregnant stripper.
Wait, you weren't in like Hattiesburg, were you?
Oh,
we didn't go through Hattiesburg.
I forget. It might have been.
Because there's an old, awful titty bar down there right off the Army base.
It might have been in Columbus. It might have been in Columbus, Georgia.
Air Force. Oh, okay. I was going to say Columbus, Mississippi, Air Force Base.
I don't know. Something. It was some weird town. Some middle of fucking nowhere.
And here's the thing. If you're a pregnant stripper, you've got to work your ass off because that only lasts, especially whenever you start showing, whenever it gets to be the fetish part for dudes.
When it gets
that
good.
Only lasts,
when it gets good.
That's only lasting like 3 months. So
when I was like 18, 19, kind of what you were describing, Deja Vu had their buffet.
Deja Vu.
Their 11 a.m.
That's the first
buffet.
strip club I ever been to.
I think it was mine too. Then the classic cat. They all kind of run together.
Look at us boys from the Upper Cumberland. That was our first strip club.
Hey, it was a big deal to us. We had to come off the plateau. Go see some titties.
I was 18 in auctioneer school. Sonny, shut up. I was in auctioneer school.
Crack that dog in the face, dude.
No, man.
You gotta fucking crack him.
No, he's beautiful. If you hit him in the face, it's just gonna be slobber. It's all slobber.
No, you're gonna fucking.
But no, he's great. But he's protecting us. He thinks there's something outside, and there is. It's the cat. We let the cat out.
What is the Flintstones?
Huh?
The Flintstones.
Yeah. We put him out there, and he's trying to come back in, and I'm like, oh, fuck you till I get done with this. But anyways, I was in auctioneer school, and we went. It was like the first week we were there. We went to Deja Vu, and I don't know if I can tell this.
You went to auctioneer school, Monty?
Hey, yeah, dude. I'm a licensed auctioneer.
You're working clean these days. Easy.
Yeah. Right. So,
yeah. Get ready for the churches, Monty.
But you remember,
dude,
Brett,
can you do the auctioneer thing?
I can only do what was like in the book, you know. 80 to buy them, you want them at 80. 80 to buy them, you want them at 80. 85, 85, do you want them at I can't, But anyways, look.
That's a Twitch stream. That could be a Twitch stream.
So you remember the sign, Brett? You remember the sign above Deja Vu that said 100 beautiful women, 3 ugly ones, right? So we walk in there, and I'm 18. I probably looked 12 at the time, and this girl immediately locked in on our table. And guess which one she was?
To the ugly one.
One of the three.
So it's kind of the deal. Again, 18, 19 years old. We show up at 11 o'clock. I can't remember what we were doing in Nashville. We had to do something. And we were going back to Tech. That's when I was going to Tech at the time. And we stopped, my roommate and I, we stopped into Deja Vu. We thought, this is cool. We're going to look at some titties in the AM. Boy, we are cool. And of course, they had, the breakfast buffet, the eggs. And
they did have a breakfast buffet.
And I wasn't about to touch that shit at all. I was like, I'm not even going close to that. But 11:30, same crowd. There's a bunch of old drunks in there, that kind of thing. I go to the stage, throw cash down, and there's a chick. She's got a C-section scar and a tampon string hanging out.
Mm.
And this old dude right on the stage, he looked like he'd been there all his life. This is the first time I ever heard this. And I kind of made the same statement, Monty. I kind of went, well, I guess she's one of the ugly ones. And he looked over at me and go, again, this first time I've ever heard this comment, well, she can't get any more pregnant. God. Well, okay. Jesus.
Was this guy Confucius? Because that is.
He was one of them old, rough-looking Nashville dudes.
Have you, any guy that goes in there, I was thinking about this, though. People that go in there during the day, that's what we were talking about last week, Joe, where people just sit there and they love porn. Like, they just watch porn.
They're just fans
all the time.
They're fans of the craft.
They're fans of porn. You're right. They know all their personal life and all that stuff. They know that they've got 2 kids or they've got 2 huskies or whatever they do.
They listen to their interviews.
And they sit there and they can watch porn without jacking off. These guys, there's strip club dudes like that too. But they're old school.
They go to a strip club without jacking off?
This is before the internet.
Yeah, treat them with respect.
Yeah.
I'm going to Metro News, the world 24, the world's largest porn store. It's open.
But can you imagine? I picture this dude that told you that. I picture him just sitting there. He's probably drinking coffee. He ain't even getting drunk. He's just drinking coffee like this is his morning.
But
he did enjoy the breakfast bar.
In 1991, you could still smoke inside.
Oh, when those are the days.
You'd leave smelling like just smoke and shame on top of having fucking titty glitter. All just gross.
Everybody's getting secondhand smoke. It was great. You could smoke in the hospitals. Do you remember this? You could smoke in a hospital, Joe Kelly.
Yeah. Doctor recommended.
It was.
Well, 4 out of 5 do.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that one, he chews Trident gum.
2 seconds.
Take the 2.
That's a good idea with 3. We can all alternate, and we don't have to pause it because we're always talking. Sonny boy.
Well, we did.
Sonny,
we paused it once.
Remy.
I feel like we got a lot to catch up on. I know we're all just bullshitting, but I want to know about your personal lives. I want to know what y'all been up to.
I know. I have missed you, Brett. I've missed you.
Same here, guys.
I miss you.
Like, it's not this, I miss your material. I miss your face. Both of you.
Whoa.
I know.
It's getting heavy, dude. We usually don't get this heavy.
Yeah.
Well, you got to come on my Twitch stream sometime.
I will. I'll get heavy with you, Brett. Joe's a fuck face, but I'll get heavy with you.
And side note,
this would be great.
Fuckface and cocksucker are my 2 favorite cuss words ever.
Oh my God, Casey! If you go down the interstate, that's everybody. Everybody's a cocksucker. I never heard that. You heard the word, but I never heard it used in like everyday language till I met that girl. And everybody's a goddamn cocksucker.
Cocksucker and fuckface. You can't go wrong. And
I like fuckface because I like the two F's right next to each other.
The alliteration. Alliteration is always good. Did we're talking about Tim Dillon earlier.
That's the word, alliteration.
Alliteration. Yeah. It's fancy.
I like it.
I went to tech to
How
learn
do you like
word.
a fancy word that describes fuckface?
Hey, Joe, if you don't know what, you probably know what tech is, but for everybody listening, if you went to tech, is just the 13th grade. If you're from that part of the country, Sparta and Crossville and Cookville, Spitzer, Smithville, it's just you cruise town together.
Well, yeah, it is. It
one
is.
One of those dogs are losing at this point.
It's Sonny. He's got the scoots.
One of them is playing for keeps.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like.
No, it's not. It's not. They're not.
In all honesty, it's like the Huskies should be the problem.
Most of the people that go to Tennessee Tech, yeah, you're getting your college degree, but they do have a top-notch engineering school.
Yeah, and at one point they were always beating MIT for like 20 years.
They
straight.
were. It was amazing. They would do. But that is the guys. Jesus Christ.
Monty has no control over his own household at all. At all. He spends all day there.
He takes a nap. He wakes up with dog's balls on his face.
Brett has 3 Huskies. Huskies are notoriously assholes, and haven't heard a peep.
Well, he's got the rowdy one outside.
Well,
no, they're all in now.
Oh.
See.
Mine are bored. They want to go outside, but won't y'all just chill? I don't even know if I can. Can we?
No.
Yeah.
Casey in her Hawaii pants, but Sonny.
Little nubby.
Sonny.
Now you're gonna rile him up again.
Sure. Sonny, y'all gonna be rowdy and shit. Come over here and say hi. All right.
The dogs are a frequent guest on the podcast.
They are.
Get her
Probably
updates.
I'm gonna have my boy on here one day because he's hilarious.
Your son?
Yeah, my son.
Okay.
We'll have him on here.
Yeah. That'll be fun.
I was gonna make.
I'm really loving Brett. I'm really loving Brett on here, and can we do 3 like every week? Not that I don't enjoy one-on-one with you, Joe.
We can do special. Yeah, we know a few more people.
I mean, I love bumping dicks with you every week, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know. You need some fresh meat. I understand.
You don't make me come anymore.
Well, you don't look at me like you used to. So
I can tell you two are growing apart. I can tell.
No, we're not.
Listen,
you don't know each other. You're gonna have.
Monty's been taking other people to Fort Walton. It's been a whole thing. It's been a long.
Oh, because somebody felt like they needed to start headlining.
That was before. I was busy that weekend. I know, and now I don't ever want to do it again. I don't want to do it without you.
It's our special spot.
Yeah, it sucks going there, and the money's much worse. Somehow the money is much worse. Headlining.
I hate doing it with the money.
That's all I wanted to do, Brett. I just wanted to make some money doing this shit, and it's like, here's my chance, and it's like, oh, I make no money. I make no extra money from doing this shit.
That's it. This lifestyle seemed a lot better back when I was playing boxes.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy. It sure did.
All you can do is hope to sell a little bit of T-shirts.
I don't even try that
to
anymore.
Make up.
That's too much of a pain in the ass too. I just don't like it. I'm not a salesperson. I don't care.
I'm not either. And here's the thing over there. Whenever you go down there and it's fun, but they Brett, they're trying to they send shots up there all the time. They trying to get you drunk.
Hell yeah.
And your whole set just crumbles, and nobody wants to buy merch when it's all done because you just gave a shitty. But they love watching you get drunk.
Yeah, it's the perfect place to do 20 minutes.
Like,
that's all you're gonna get. They're just sending shots.
If you're
up
doing
there
20,
all the time.
you're fucking perfect. After that, it's done. It's no good.
It ends up being all crowd work, because they're yelling shit.
No,
you're drinking
until you're working on your fucking church set. Not acknowledging anybody or anything.
So I have to ask this. Like, it took me 6 years. When the pandemic hit, I was just getting to the point where I was talking about stuff on stage that I wanted to talk about. I was like, fuck the crowd. I'm only going to talk about what I think is funny. And if I want to slow the pace down, I'll slow it down. If I want an uncomfortable silence, I'll do I'm going to do that. Where did the change come from that you wanted? Because Monty, you've been doing this, 15 years? 20 years?
2008.
100?
Jesus Christ, don't do that. I should be on TV by now then.
Oh, you've been doing it 14 years then, almost 15 years.
Jesus, Brett. Damn, you and your math. That's not.
Nah, Monty started in 2017. He's doing pretty good.
So, but what was the flip? What was the change that said, you know what? I got to branch off and do something broader. What was the epiphany?
What do you mean the broader?
Well, you mentioned you wanted to. I've always thought you were broad enough.
I mean, I started doing the crowd work, which is like the crowd work happened whenever I started doing that tour bus. Because before that, I was scared to death that anybody would heckle me. I was so scared because I didn't have. But now, doing the tour bus, I had to start talking to people, doing crowd work. And now it's like you can do your set and almost hope. You almost pray that somebody will say something that you can go off and. Because the audience knows that's off the top of your head. And that's going to be way funnier than any material that you can come up with a lot of times.
I mean, I'm going to be honest, man. That's kind of news
right?
to me. I never thought, like, when you're on stage, you give the aura that you're completely confident. And like,
before.
Like if somebody heckles you, good luck, because he's going to rip you a new asshole if you heckle him.
I didn't know. Before, I mean, I've been doing the bus since 2014. And so before that, I was scared to death that somebody would say something. And
I think it depended on the room. I don't think you were, I think at Spanky's you were very comfortable.
Yeah. And you'd always go
Zany's
and kill.
Zany's
a room full of tired, drunk people.
But Zany's,
I learned that from you when I started doing.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't. It's all a facade. But I don't know. I remember if somebody said something, if they tried to heckle me, I would just talk louder and faster. But it's happened. It happened in Milwaukee. It happened in Birmingham, and it was terrifying. Huh? Yeah.
Oh, it's a big room too.
Yeah. And that's terrifying. If you're going to bomb,
bro,
450 people.
Done two sets there, bombed both of them.
Oh, God.
Back to back. Filled. Place was filled. They papered the room. Filled. Bombed both nights.
Oh, they papered it. Oh,
yeah,
God.
It's a Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah, they'll do.
And fucking it's just like,
Thursday and Sunday.
Have never been invited
Thursday
back.
and Sunday, they paper it.
It was terrible.
And I remember I was featuring for Cletus T. Judd, and they hated me right off the bat. And I was supposed to do 20. and they started. First off, they didn't laugh. The first joke that I told was supposed to be that's the one that gets them.
Hook them in.
Yeah. And nothing.
Yep.
Nothing. And then I told another one or something, and then somebody said something, and instead of addressing it, I just started machine gunning through my whole set. And I was supposed to do 20 minutes. I did 10. I did all my material. It was just like I didn't give nobody a chance to say nothing. I didn't give them a chance to laugh. It might have been funny, and I get done, and Cletus is over. He's like, "What are you doing?" Because most of his stuff, he was new at comedy too.
Turned in my wings.
That meant 10 minutes that I just fucked him. He was going to have to add 3 more songs to his list that wasn't on the deal. And he was having to tell the person in the sound booth, he's going to have to add 3 more songs. Well, it was a big deal.
Oh yeah, if there's songs, I get that it's songs, but it's like, go tell some jokes.
He could have told some good stories. Yeah. God, I got to pee again. I drank.
Oh man, I bombed the first night, but I knew I was going to bomb the second night with it, so I just felt more comfortable with bombing at Stardome, right? And I'll never forget towards the end of my set the second night, I was like, I got to get going, and the whole balcony just gave me an applause break. They were just so over the fact that I was there, but I still had another joke to tell. I was like, I got to get going. And they were like, yes, you should get going. Thank you. And I was like, wait, I'm not done though. And it's like, oh.
There's just a point you get, because I don't ever want to bomb. I've never killed either. I've never been a killer, but I don't want to bomb. I want to do well. But, sometimes when the bomb's coming, it's like, oh, shit.
Yeah. And Stardome is just such a big open room where it's like, that's still the only time I've kind of worked a room like that. There's been a couple like smaller theaters, I guess, in Atlanta I've done, but like nothing just how open that fucking room is, where it's like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't move around a lot anyway, and it seems like this would be a room where you'd move around a lot in. But also somebody told me afterwards is just focus on the pit, because there's that pit of people right in front of you, and rather than worrying about the people in the balcony and shit, just get these people these whatever 150 people who are right in front of you.
Well, here's the thing about the Stardome too, is it's so big that somebody told me there's almost like a delay of laughter. Like whenever you tell the joke and then whenever you hear the laughter, that there's just like a few, just a second delay. And if you don't wait on it, that there's been big names that's bombed there. Just that you have to wait on that reaction, because that's what we feed off of. And there's that second, if they don't get that instant, I've heard that, big names have bombed there. But whenever I was doing Stardome and that story that I've told you, because I went back since and I've done that where I've waited on it and also played to the pit, that it's been better. But whenever I did that with Cletus, I'd only been doing comedy for 2 years, and I should not have been on the big stage. That was, I didn't have enough under my belt to be playing that big ass room. And they didn't come to see me anyways.
Now that doesn't make sense, Monty, because I know open micers who put out an album in their first year.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you're right.
And it's always a hit. They're making 34 cents on Spotify.
That's another thing. I don't want to step on anybody's toes. But it's kind of a thing that bothers me when you call yourself a comedian and like you tag yourself as a comedian, and unless you're making a living, if that's paying your bills, you're not a comedian. To me, that's a very special. You do comedy, but you're not a comedian. Comedian is like the doctor, You can't do surgery until you're a doctor. You do comedy, but you're not a comedian until that is your living.
I got my first check from Zanies in there with that Zanies, print on there, and I saved it in cash. Yeah. So I've got that, that invoice, and prior to that, somebody give you $5-10, that kind of thing, a couple beers, beer tab, and I never thought of myself as a comic ever. If I'm just doing dive bars, if I'm just working for beer tabs, it's like I'm telling some jokes, but I'm not a comic. But having that professional head, that corporate stamp on that check is like, it feels different.
Yeah, a real comedy check.
Yeah, a real comedy club check.
And maybe you can use that word comic, but I don't think you can use comedian.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on this, Joe?
I agree with that.
I kind of just have given up on it. I just don't care about. I feel like there was a point in time where those words may have meant something to me more than they should have. I feel like I just don't care anymore.
They still are to me.
Yeah,
they still are.
I don't worry about it because it'll drive me crazy. I don't care. People are going to call themselves what they're going to call them, and no one's ever going to do what you have done to get where you have. I know,
but comedy does pay my bills. Comedy does pay my bills, but I still don't, because it's not strictly stand up, because it's part of the comedy bus tour. I still don't say that I'm a.
You're a tour. Monty, you're a tour guide.
Yeah.
I've heard this line before. I'm an entertainer. I'm a producer.
Yeah. I don't know. I still have a problem with it.
I'm an entrepreneur.
I feel like the word comedian is earned. I don't know. Maybe I'm over. Maybe I should.
I don't think it matters anymore.
Okay.
It only matters. It only matters to you. People are going to call themselves what they're going to call them.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
So you're going to see people, been doing it for 3 weeks, and they're like, "I'm a comedian," and it's like, okay, then you are. Okay, then good. Or is it going to bug you? The fact that you shouldn't be using that word. It's like, don't be doing that to people.
To me, it is. It's like a chiropractor calling himself a doctor. You're not.
They can prescribe meds, but they can also still break your neck and go, "Oh, sorry." See ya.
But you went 4 years. You went 4 years. You can't call yourself a doctor if you went to school for 4 years.
Who gets to be a doctor?
When somebody else had to go for 10.
Oh.
And I saw a tweet today that I thought was funny. Somebody goes, "We've now reached a point where there's more comics than there are comedy fans."
That is true.
I thought that was
great.
great.
And here's the thing, though, about that is that in the times of turmoil, the world does, like the comedy boom of the 80s, that was a Cold War era, and comedy exploded because people always, and so whenever there's always shit going on in the world, people will seek out comedy, and but we might be saturated at this point.
I think so.
There's a lot of people wanting comedy, but I don't know if we have enough. That's a good point. I don't know.
I thought it was because it made me think about, to your point. God, I hope this didn't sound bad, because it's not meant in a bad way. But I remember, and Joe can always edit this. But I remember throughout the 80s, I always thought that, all black comics are funny. That's just how it is. There's a lot of black comics, and they're all funny. And then as I started getting older, I was like, you weren't all that funny. If you take out if you take out the word fuck, there's really not a lot of material at all.
Are you saying black people aren't funny?
I did not say all. I said there was a lot of black comics and I just thought that they were all funny.
Yeah.
Because that's what was
I felt the same way about white comics, so we don't have to,
I felt the same way about women comics.
See, there we go. It's
and now
all
we're
inclusive.
saturated with women comics, and we're supposed to. All women are funny.
Yeah, they sure are.
I'm kidding. I'm
And
kidding. I'm kidding.
But
it's all right. They'll take this.
And Joe is not going to edit that.
No, I'm definitely not. We're speaking the truth, bro.
Here's the
Let
thing.
YouTube take it down. If someone's going to censor
we need to say
let them do it.
Look, we need to say the worst things we can right now so that they can go back. That means we're going to be successful. We're going to be superstars later, and they can go back.
Why don't you start,
and
Monty?
Find this footage and cancel us. But we're going to be successful.
You go first.
For a minute.
You go first.
I already did it. I said it.
No, that wasn't that bad. You got to think. You said the worst thing.
Yeah,
you
they'll
could
freeze
think
that.
of.
They'll freeze
think
that
of the
spot.
worst. No, the worst thing you could think of. That's what we're talking about.
They froze that, and that's what they'll take out of context for the rest of my life.
What? Why are we building ramps for disabled comics? They don't have that long to live. They're not working on their material.
Dude, there aren't a lot of old wheelchair comics.
They've got like 3 sets in them, and now we got to cater. We got to build them a fucking ramp and we lift them up and shit.
Oh Lord!
Getting close to that
I'm
2 hours.
Jesus.
This is what happens.
I'm trying to be a better person, but they won't let me. How many of you drank, Joe?
I think 4. Looks like 4 right here.
I got 4. How many you drank, Brett?
Since when today?
All right, since we started the podcast.
7.
Nice.
Hell, I got 3 empty sitting right here.
Hell yeah.
I don't know if y'all know this, but when it comes to beer drinking, I don't fuck around.
I got 4. 4.
We should go canoeing sometime and drink more river beers.
Yeah.
River beers. I like that.
Let's do this. I'm going to stop recording, but we can just keep bullshitting, as we always do anyway.
Oh, this is what I would keep recording because this is when the good shit comes out.
Okay.
Yeah, no. We better not, because this is when
I just let it ride.
This is the career-ending shit.
For a possible end point, we'll call it here.
All right.